In the next 6 minutes, we're gonna go over a very simple step-by-step plan for you to get in shape in the next few months. I intend to keep this very simple and surface level advice, so if you're not a beginner, this won't be very useful to you. If you want more depth or more of the psychology behind staying consistent, I have videos covering those things if that's something you desire. This video should only serve as a way to teach you the basic fundamentals of changing your body composition. Then your job will be to research those things into more depth. So the first step is to set a desired outcome. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but the first step with anything you're trying to achieve, whether it's physical, financial, intellectual, it doesn't matter, is to always set a desired outcome you want to achieve. This gives us direction. It gives us a path to follow. Once we have a specific end goal to achieve, we can start to align our life and actions to achieve that goal. So the first actual step, and I'll keep repeating this over and over again, is to actually set the end outcome you desire to achieve. This could be a body weight, body fat percentage, or any other number you can track. The second step is to define your vehicle. Your vehicle is the thing that will get you to your goal. In this case, your vehicle is simply the diet you'll be on and the training plan you'll follow. So I simply want you to think about which training style and diet you believe would fit you the best. For training, it could be calisthenics, weightlifting, etc. With your diet, you can choose a specific diet like keto, vegetarian, paleo, or just make your current diet healthier. So I simply want you to think about what you believe would fit your situation the best. Some people will prefer calisthenics over weightlifting, others will prefer a keto diet over a vegan or vegetarian diet. It doesn't really matter what you choose, the point here is to have a general idea of what you think you would prefer and what you think would be sustainable for you. Now the third step is adapting your nutrition variables properly to your diet of choice. There's 3 things you'll need to keep in mind. First is to make sure you're in a caloric deficit, second is to make sure you're getting enough protein in, and the third thing is to make sure you're getting enough fat in. To find your personal caloric deficit, write all of your statistics down in the calorie calculator you can find down below in the description, and it will then give you your maintenance calories and how many calories you should consume if you want slow, moderate, or fast weight loss. Choose the weight loss rate you would prefer, the slower the better, and stick with that caloric amount. To find your ideal protein intake, simply multiply your current body weight in pounds by 1 to 1.2. If you are 170 pounds, this should be around 170 to 204 grams of protein per day. If you only get 170, it will be enough, no worries. If you can't seem to get enough, you can always supplement with protein powder. Finally, in terms of fat, there's no ideal amount, you just need to make sure you're getting at least 50 grams a day in order to keep your health and biology in check. Then the final step will be to find meals that allow you to get enough protein, get enough fat, and keep you in a caloric deficit. Now the fourth step is defining your ideal training variables. There's 2 things you will need to define. The first is your weekly frequency, and the second is your weekly volume. Your frequency simply represents how many times a week you train and how you split those training sessions across the week. Generally, people go for a full body, upper lower, or push-pull leg split. With the first, you'll train your full body each training session, and you'll be around 1 to 3 times a week in the gym. In this case, you'll spend less days a week in the gym, but you'll spend more time in the gym each time you train. With the second split, you'll train your upper body on the first day and your lower body on the second day, and you'll either be 2 or 4 days a week in the gym. In this case, you'll spend about twice as many days in the gym, but each time will be half as long. Then finally, with the third split, you'll train your push muscles on the first day, pull muscles on the second day, and legs on the third day. And you'll either be 3 or 6 days a week in the gym. In this case, you'll be in the gym most frequently, but you'll also spend the least amount of time per session. Your job now is to simply choosing which one would suit you the best. The second variable to define is your weekly volume, which is simply the amount of working sets you do per week per muscle group. For complete beginners, 5 to 10 sets per muscle group per week will be enough, so 5 to 10 hard sets for chest, 5 to 10 for back, 5 to 10 for biceps, and so on. For more intermediate lifters, stick between 10 to 20 hard sets per week. So we just covered all the more theoretical parts. The fifth step is now about real-life implementation. What I want you to do right now is pick a weekly schedule of yours and look for frequent empty spots. These will be the times where you'll implement training sessions and cooking/meal prepping. So let's first implement training because there's the most amount of things to implement. So if you've done the previous steps properly, you should have an idea of your weekly frequency and volume. What you'll need to do is first equally spread your workouts throughout the week at the times that fit your schedule the best. So if you're a beginner and you have a 2-day per week full body split, you could have one full body session at 5 p.m. on Monday and a second one at 6 p.m. on Thursday. If you have a 4-day per week upper lower split, you could have your first upper day on Monday at 6 p.m., your first lower day on Tuesday at 5 p.m., your second upper day on Thursday at 6 p.m., and your second lower day on Friday at 7 p.m. That way your workouts are spread equally throughout the week. What you then want to do is equally spread your weekly volume across those sessions. If you have 2 full body sessions per week and 12 total weekly sets for each muscle group, you will do 6 hard sets per muscle group in each session. Now, if you happen to have 3 full body sessions per week, you will only need to do 4 hard sets per muscle group each session. So the point is to simply take your weekly volume and spread it across your weekly sessions. Now, the final thing you'll need to plan is when you'll cook your meals. You can either have a daily schedule, 2-day a week schedule, or weekly schedule. With a daily schedule, you'll cook at the same time each day for the rest of the day. With a 2-day per week schedule, you'll cook twice a week for the days that follow, and with a weekly schedule, you'll cook once a week for the whole week. So look at your weekly schedule and implement the times you'll train, cook, and eat into it in a way that fits your schedule the best. You also want to keep in mind that these should be times where you can consistently show up for the gym or meal prepping. These truly have to be times where you have no other obligations to attend, after work, after school, and so on. Now, the last step is to simply track your progress along the way. You will need to track your nutrition, training, and body composition over time. To track your nutrition, you can simply use an app like MyFitnessPal and track everything in there. For workouts, you can use any type of workout tracking app or journal. And for your body composition, you can simply track your daily morning weight and note it down somewhere. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Again, remember, this only covered the basic fundamentals you needed to start. Now, before you leave, I help men build an aesthetic physique, so if you're quite confused about how to get in shape or you need any type of help with building an aesthetic body, I have a personal system called the Aesthetic Physique Method, which should help you with that. There's a link down below. You will find many videos, including on my channel, that cover each variable in more depth if that's something you desire.